Okay, so now that we've done the curls, let's move on to doing braids as well as plaits. Excellent. So some people are naturally gifted in being able to do braids and some people really struggle with it. My sister was naturally able to do braids. I had to work really hard on to be able to do them on myself. So when doing a braid, I'm going to go from the side and not do it down the center, just so you can see a little bit better. But I would do things a little bit looser. Don't go in and do a really tight, tiny braid. We want to do really loose, really beautiful, almost Grecian. So just twisting the hair, grabbing your neck section, and then just incorporating that. Grabbing this one and then sending that through and then incorporating that into this one. Perfect. And we're going to go the whole way around, and again keeping in mind that you don't want to have this too tight, but that would be on anyone's hair, not just wigs. There's some really beautiful styles out that I've seen online where the braids are just really loose and you almost pluck the hair out of the braid afterwards and you just get a loose style, which I'll show you what I'm talking about in a minute. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, so just go through and just like pluck those little hairs through there. Just give it a little mess up. We don't want it to be too neat. Perfect. So Sarah's got a beautiful hairline on her wig also. So we've just kept the little baby hairs around here, which is just going to mimic the natural hairline. The same as underneath, we like to keep some of the baby hairs. If you feel that you feel a little bit self-conscious with the edge or the perimeter of the wig, don't be scared just to have like a few little hairs poking down, and that way you'll just feel a little bit more comfortable. Perfect. So we're going to take the braid out and go into a really beautiful loose plait. So I'm going to spin Sarah to the side just a little bit. So I love loose plaits because there's so many places that you can go with this. You can turn your loose plait into a really low up style, a little bit fun if you've got something on the weekend and you just feel like something a little bit different, and you know, you don't want to come in and you know, see us and just do it yourself at home. This would be a really good one. So just braiding the hair, or plaiting the hair, again quite loosely. We don't want it to be too tight. A favourite elastic of mine to use are these really simple ones that you can get pretty much from any Coles or Woolworths, and they're super cheap and you get a packet of about 20 of these. These are beautiful to use on any hair because you can tie it up and it doesn't leave an indentation and doesn't break the hair off either, so really important. There's no metal components to it. So I'm just going to tie the end of the hair off with these little elastic, and then what you can do is just grab the hair and just twist it a little bit, do a little bit of tucking. Again, this does not need to be a hairdresser quality. It's really just playing around with it and getting a shape that feels good for you. So I'm just going to really loosely grab that plait. I've got some long French pins through here, which you can use normal bobby pins like these ones here, which you can also find these in most supermarkets. The important thing to remember with bobby pins is the crimped part of the bobby pin actually must go down towards the scalp, and most people misunderstand that. So another tip is to cross your bobby pins over. So if they're in like a cross or a T section, they will hold in the hair so much better and it will stop it from slipping and sliding around. So you just don't want to jam the bobby pins in so it's going to hurt the base, but the base is surprisingly robust. So, and we'll just pin this edge down here, and then you can loop that little end bit just to cover where the little elastic is. Perfect. And then what you can do is just have a look, see how the hair's looking. How's that looking, Sarah? Okay, so around the face you might want to have a little bit of lift through here, and you can just grab a few more bobby pins and sweep that up a little bit to the side, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about with the crossing on this section here. Even though they are dark, you just get this crossing effect through here. Okay, so fringe looks quite lovely. We might have a little bit of that draping out, and at this point you could go in with like a tiny little bit of hairspray, use a little bit of wax if you wish. We try to use the smallest amount of styling products that we possibly can, and that's more to keep things easy for you at home. We don't want things to be too complicated or too tricky, and yeah. So that's a super cute, fun way to do a braid and then a plait in the hair, and then take that on into like a cute little up style. But you can wear this for work or the weekend or an event that you might have on. So yeah, something fun.